Hey guys, and welcome back to Book Club Week 18. This is going to be a quick book club of The Well of Eternity. No, it's not. It's The Hero of Ages, I think. No, wait. No, it's The Hero of Ages. It's definitely The Hero of Ages. Sorry. It's been a long day. So, I thought the Well of Eternity was a good book. I thought it was a little bit long-winded. Like, it was nicely paced. It was interesting the way they developed Spook's character. I really like that, to be fair. But then again, it was very much. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. I think my favorite book was the first, because it was building up to this, building up to this Hero of Ages. It's been building up for like 3 books to the Hero of Ages. And it just seemed a little bit anticlimactic. Like, Vin went and faced this god figure. The Mist was actually a god itself, or a type of god. And it was very much... I don't really know what to say about it. It was interesting. I like the way that... what was the metal? Atium. Atium was a god's body. But then that doesn't explain... what the other metal was. Was the other metal because there's a counterpart in the metal, that means that should be part of another god's body, right? Because obviously to me that doesn't make sense. So I didn't quite get that. There were a few interesting choices at the ultimate. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, for some reason I've got just, there we go. Well, when you're not prepared, I guess that doesn't help. Let's do the time warp again. There we go. That's much better. Now you can see the full picture of my face, and I've got obviously Wikipedia and some other things up just so I can keep track of the story, because I listened to Mistborn, the Hero of Ages, and that's why I didn't want to put it Wikipedia to make sure I got the title correctly. Quite a while ago now, probably 3 weeks ago. I've been on a different book recently, so yeah, it's a really interesting one. Obviously they're learning like new metals, and there's probably even more metals out there. You learn that this mystical creature, what was he known as? It was known as... it wasn't Wrath. It was... I don't know. I can't remember. Either way. But... yeah, my brain. Sorry. Either way, this creature was obviously using hematology, which was new to the... well, it wasn't new to this book, but it sort of explained how the Inquisitors worked and stuff like that, which I guess was interesting. I mean, it was cool, but it was very much... you sort of took away the mystery of the Inquisitors and stuff like that. So it was very much, I could have took it or leave it at that stage, if I'm honest. I like the mystical aspect of them, but then they were obviously getting controlled by this mystical figure that was released in the Well of Ascension. And obviously now Ellen is now a Mistborn, obviously, and he's crazy, he's kicking ass, and he's very strong. And when you burn his Duralumin, he's insanely strong. That's one thing I didn't get as well. In the final battle, there were all these Koloss, but he didn't ever use... He just used adamantium. Is that the one? No, it's not adamantium. It's something else. I just said it and it's gone out of my head. But the one that lets you see into the future for a split second, he just used that. Why didn't he use Duralumin and stand at the front and then just blast all the Koloss back? replenish steel, blast the Kolos back, replenish steel, and steel and pewter, blast the Kolos back. They've got to have some. I mean, they had some. They said they had some, and they were sharing it out between the people. But wouldn't it have been more effective to just let them? Oh no, they couldn't use it, could they? The only one that they could use was the most powerful one, the time one. Which my brain has completely forgot that one. What's it called? It's called. Doesn't tell me. But yeah. But it was very much. I would have literally just got him to have pewter and steel, and whack all these people back. I know they said it was ridiculous amounts, like 100,000, I think. It was insane amounts of people. But it was very much the step of if there was 100,000 of them, you could have done with trying to find a strategy to deal with them and not have a strategy to just get rid of the god's body and let you all die, because you know when you die, people die. But why didn't they, instead of having like they sort of left all the caves open. Well, they had people posted at the other ends of the other caves, but they all sort of died out as well. But I don't know. I don't know if I liked it or not. I don't really. Yes. No, I didn't like I would have liked to see more of that last battle, and I would like to have Vince been there, obviously, fighting with Ellen, and Ellen to use more of his powers, because he just seemed to use his sword fighting ability, which if you're a Mistborn, you should be using all your abilities. I mean, you have a push and pull ability. Get a blade, which is a circle, throw it, and just dice up things up. Get 3 or 4 of them, like Vin does with the horseshoes. Just push, pull, push, pull, push, pull everywhere. Just get 5 or 6 of these bad boys going, and then just start spinning them around like a freaking death circle. Like, that's what I thought that was a bit of a meh. I didn't really go much on that. I think that they could have done better in that little bit, personally. That last battle could have been way more epic. Like, he could have fought with his animatic abilities like that, with blades, and then, like, when that run out, he was using tin. Like, he was obviously using at the one that's, is it adamantium? It's not. It's aluminum. No. My brain. I had it just a minute ago. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you had all these thingies to be able to do stuff. Let me think. So copper wouldn't. So the things that wouldn't work here is pretty much copper, bronze, brass, and zinc. So they wouldn't work because the Kodos are obviously being controlled by somebody else. Gold wouldn't work. Electrum wouldn't work because there's nobody using the future seeing one. Duralumin would work in certain situations. Pewter, of course, he should be burning that constantly. But I reckon the steel and iron one are the most important, that he could have used them in such an effective way. I know there are tons of Kolos, but still, even with tons of Kolos, I still reckon he could have used it in a way to be able to at least, like, just have blades spinning around yourself as fast as you can. Like, you can push and pull on something, right? So you would push on one side and pull on the other side, so then it would spin around, and you would just keep pushing, so then it would make it spin, if you see what I mean. Or you would just get a massive, like, or a sword, just a sword. Like, snap the handle off, like a big claymore, and just through the crowd, push it, pull it while you're fighting, and then like it should cut through things and come back. If you can do that with several different things, which obviously you can, because they do it with coins. So if what you should have done is set up a semicircle of blades, like, and then if you can't kick them up yourself, just have people holding them in their hands like that, flat, fly them out, whack them back, and because you should be able to stop them with pushing. Whack out, pull back, whack out, pull back, whack out, pull back. Just create a meat grinder going and just start dicing these guys up. Just something a bit more intelligent than let's use pewter and our most powerful weapon to kill these things when there are other ways to kill them. Now, obviously, that's not the whole book. That was the end of the book, which I tend to skip to most of the time. I would like to. I like the way that they revealed the way the Lord Ruler wasn't a bad guy, but he was a bad good guy. So he was trying to stop this divine force, but he couldn't stop it because he was having troubles with it. It was very interesting. I also liked I really liked Spook's progression from, obviously he had that whole Alamancer like overdose with his eyes and his senses and that. I thought that was really cool. But it was kind of sad, but then it was good in the end when it was like, when, what is his name now? I am really bad with names. It was the terrace man. What was his name? Sayad. Sazed. That's the one. Sazed, where he actually became the miracle, the hero of ages, and because he became the hero of ages, like he set the world in its proper state. He did this, he did that, and obviously it was Vin's. Vin made that possible because she obviously merged with Ruin and killed them both. And it was nice to see that at the end that they said that Cesar said that he spoke to both Ellen and Vin, and they said that they were happy where they are. I don't know about Ruin or the other guy. Like, it didn't really go over him whether he was happy where he was, but nobody cares. He's the bad guy. But I hope it was really nice and interesting. And I would really like for it was just a constant build up for Cesar, really. It was like the unexpected hero, but then you kind of expected him to be the hero because of all like the things that they was putting together. It didn't quite fit Vin, but then it was putting little bits together like it would fit Cesar. But then Cesar would be like, no, I'm somebody else. I'm not the hero. And it was all fitting together nicely, but I didn't really expect it in the end, if I'm honest. But it was really cool. I mean, in the last 10 minutes, I expected it. I was like, come on, hurry up. I've had enough. And the gods, obviously, the god powers, that was interesting. The god battle between Vin and the other one. I didn't like the way that Vin like turned into the mist. Like, imagine if she didn't have that earring, and like a whole book ago, maybe more than a book ago, she turned into the mist. You know what I mean? So that like a whole book ago, she could have turned into mist and just disappeared, and then the whole books would be different. It was crazy. I thought I would have liked that when the matey got released from the well, that the divine force, because it's a force, it's energy, as they said, it's energy, and it's a consciousness. But he got his consciousness back, and instead of turning into the mist, he spoke to V, and then like, what was his name anyway? I can't even remember. It was Preserve. It wasn't Preserve. Was it Preserve? It was Ruin and I think it was Preserve. I can't remember. But I think it was slightly different than Preserve. But I liked excuse me. I liked the fact that it's just that I thought Vin should have had a better ending than that. She should have had an ending where she died in combat, or maybe the book writer did this because she was so good at combat she wouldn't have died. But then again, it could have been she died an Alamancer's death. So she fought like just wrecking these Kolos, but there's too many and she ran out of metals. Like obviously Ellen did. Like everybody did in that situation. And it would be good if they died together fighting Marsh, if you know what I mean. And they took down Marsh while they were fighting him. I think that would have been a really cool ending. But for some reason the god died. And Ruin was just there, and so was she. I didn't get that bit. I mean, I understood the storyline behind it, but I would have preferred to have the matey come back. Oh no, yeah, it does explain like Preservation cannot attack Ruin, and Preservation cannot take his own life by attacking Ruin because of his thingy, because of his consciousness. He's built to preserve, and that's why Vin had to do it. But I found that was very much like I think she is a very self-sacrificing person in the books, but I don't know if it just got a bit mystical. It just got a bit like, it went from Alamancers to cool magic shit to gods. Like, I personally don't like when you have... I don't mind gods involved in stuff, but the way that they did it, the way they said there are forces, they can't best each other, it gave me a very sense of, like, you have God and you have the devil, and they counteract each other, so they're just trying to work in the shadows to trick each other to be able to come out on top. And I really don't like that. Like, so many approaches to godhood. And why was Vin weaker than Ruin? I know Preservation had to give up his consciousness to weaken himself to create the prison. So did Preservation only give Vin the power of the power that he had left, and of the power that he had for humanity? So does that mean that? But wouldn't that? It was like, why did she become a weaker god? Why didn't she become a full-powered god? Because she has a consciousness, obviously, and she hasn't had to give up her humanity. Well, had to give up the thingy, but it's just like Preservation transferred his power into Vin, and then Vin obviously destroyed Ruin and herself. But again, it was like, gods. I hate gods. When you get things like gods and they're too powerful and you can't defeat them, it's annoying. Like, the Lord Ruler was a great villain because he could be defeated. I mean, I know it was a bit like she did a power that she could never do again, defeat, but it was very much the fact that I didn't mind that fact. Like, she grew into an Alamancer's power, and the next book it was going to expand on that. So what can you do, really? But, yes. But that's enough of me rambling. If I was going to rate the book, I'd probably give it... It'd probably get like a 7.5 out of 10. I liked the outlines of it. I liked the designs of it. It was interesting. It like gave a hints here and there. I didn't like the god aspects of it. I would have just preferred it to been like, if Ruin was like something, it to be an entity, a spirit, something that they could have fought, or something that different, slightly different, not a god. What the hell was that? I just made a noise. Okay, yeah, something like not like a god. So yeah, that's what I thought about the book. It wasn't 10 out of 10. It wasn't, it wasn't a meh book. So next week we're going to complete the saga of of Jig, and that would be, I believe it's let's just get this. That's not how you spell it. Gonna get this up quick. What's the series called? I believe it's called like Goblin Hero. But I'm just gonna make sure of this one. No, it's called Goblin War. Sorry, so we're gonna do the Goblin War next week, and that should be good. I have already read that. I'm not gonna lie, and I've already recorded the book club, so that is gonna be up next week for 100%. Then we've done the book, the Mistborn first trilogy and the Goblin trilogy, and I really do like this. I'm not gonna lie, I really liked Mistborn. I really like the Goblin Quest series. If you guys have got any other series to suggest, please do. I do want to start doing a few sci-fi series as well, because I want to get into a sci-fi series. At the moment, I'm listening to is it The Bowl of Souls? And it's like 12 books, and that's like 176 hours long for audiobooks, and it's mental. Yeah, really good, but it's mental. But if you guys have got anything that you want to listen to, or to, yeah, if you guys got any suggestions, I know the Scarlet City, and I'm trying my hardest to get hold of that and to do it properly, but it's very much, I am lazy. And it's a million words, as you guys know. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Do leave your comments of what you thought about the book down below. Tell me what you thought about the end of the book. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I was very meh on it. I could have took it or leave it. That's something I definitely want you guys to tell me, because it was very to me anyway, to me personally. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this, and until next week, I will see you next week for week 19 of book club. How about that? Till then, I will see you later, and peace.